2% decline.
How did Jelly lose 92% of his audience in only 2 years? Did the content become repetitive, boring, and unremarkable? Did he become too focused on unimportant things outside of YouTube? Or was his decline the direct result of Jelly's highly successful trio eventually coming to an end? We're going to provide a step-by-step explanation for why Jelly's channel hasn't been doing so well, which is most easily understood if we discuss how he became successful in the first place. When Jelly created his first video on the 3rd of June 2014, he had already been making videos.
This guy's got 23 million subscribers. That's a lot. Holy fuck.
For around 3 years on 2 prior channels, and as a result he had already built up some fairly significant skills. For example, Jelly clearly understood the basics of branding with almost every thumbnail featuring a clear element of green, which also helped Jelly to release his first line of merch only 3 months after beginning the channel.
That's smart.
However, the point at which things began to get serious was when Jelly became 1/3 of what came to be known as the Robust Trio. In the beginning of the group, the only 2 significant members were Jelly and Kwebbelkop, who had already created a couple of viral uploads.
It's me and Jelly, and we were playing on, like, this is crazy viral video. 14 million views.
Kwebbelkop then explained that he and Jelly realized that they could go viral by simply having a fun time together, which became significantly easier after the 2 announced that they were moving into a house together.
Me and Jordy are checking out a place. This is the place where me and Jordy are hopefully gonna live.
And while Jelly and
I love how every single time that content creators move in together, and everybody in the audience is super happy and excited for it, it turns into like massive fucking drama. Like, it's just huge drama. They're fucking mad at each other all the time. Like, remember Mitch and Train? Holy fuck. Oh my god.
Kwebbelkop were already getting insane views as a duo. It will be after adding a 3rd member that things began to get crazy. Slogo Man, or Slogo, appeared on Jelly's channel for the first time in a video titled Sailing with Monster Trucks, and after this video received an above average view count, Slogo became a regular part of the group. Since they played GTA 5 more than any other game, they'd collaborate and grow together in almost every single video.
With Josh there was a much better chemistry. Jordy is always the one who's probably the best at the game. Josh is always the annoying one, and I'm always the one that rage quits. And I feel like that's a good chemistry. It works very well.
Which resulted in Jelly reaching 1 million subscribers only 12 months after creating his channel.
That's really fucking good. That's impressive.
I saw it! I saw it, baby!
Meanwhile, Jelly, Kwebbelkop, and Slogo were becoming closer and closer friends every single day.
And in the meantime, just having banter, just roasting each other, and we were very close friends. Like, we spoke to each other every day, you know, we were there for each other every day. We knew everything about each other. It was just so much flipping fun.
With the fun nature of the content helping them to innovate into making real-life videos.
Great.
We can do videos together in real life, and people like that even more. This one is 23.5 million views.
As mentioned,
everything seems good. It seems like everything's going great. Yeah, this is great.
by Kwebbelkop, some of their real-life videos performed unbelievably well, such as this simple 5-minute Q&A on Slogo's channel, which to this day has received over 17 million views.
That's a lot.
Over on Jelly's channel, almost every vlog he'd post was equally popular, and as a result, Jelly passed 5 million subscribers only a year after hitting 1 million.
That's
By
crazy.
2019, Jelly was gaining well over 200 million views every single month, helping him to receive his diamond play button and purchase a $6.5 million property in Monaco. However, while it was clear that Jelly was in a better spot than ever, 2019 would also mark the point at which the Robust Trio began to fall apart.
One of them got addicted to classic WoW. That's what it was.
While Jelly and Slogo continued to collaborate on numerous different gaming videos, Kwebbelkop instead began to focus on reaction content and therefore began to appear in fewer and fewer of Jelly.
Oh, there you go. Look at those thumbnails. Oh, look at that right there. Holy shit. That's a good one. And you know what my favorite part is? This one, this one, this one, and this one are all, it is literally the exact same. The exact same fucking thumbnail. They say, all right, that's fine. We'll just do the exact same one again. Smart guys right there.
Jelly's videos. The robust trio was dissolving in front of everybody's eyes, but it didn't actually have all that much of an impact on Jelly's views, which if anything only continued to grow after Kwebbelkop left. By taking a quick look over Jelly's content at the time, we can see that he still had an abundance of different games to play, he was constantly innovating with new ideas, titles, and thumbnails, plus in January 2020, Robust became a trio once again, after Kwebbelkop was replaced by a YouTuber named Craner, who had the most subscribed channel in all of Denmark. 3 months after Craner joined, Jelly was able to achieve his highest monthly view count ever at 511 million in May 2020.
That is a crazy amount of viewers. I think like the amount of money that you make from that, like let me think if I can give you guys a number. From just ad revenue. Over $1 million in a month. Yeah, over $1 million. Probably like $1.4 million, something like that. Yeah, that's a lot of views.
However, you don't have to be an expert in data analytics to see that after May 2020, something began to go horribly wrong. Now, I
think this has happened with almost every single Minecraft content creator. Is that if you look at their channel growth from the beginning of 2020 to now, almost all of it is a downward trend.
Begin by stating that there was unavoidably going to be some kind of decline from his 500 million view high point, as almost every gaming YouTuber was going through this same early 2020 viewership surge as a direct result.
Oh, look at Cypher though. Look at that. See, he's coming back. So like, I mean, and I feel like this isn't really a decline. Like this is pretty fucking good right here. Look at that.
Of the pandemic. So if we ignore these views which had come about from people simply being at home, the real decline of Jelly began in early 2021. To cut Jelly some further slack, we should also highlight that Minecraft, Among Us, and GTA 5, the 3 main games that he was making videos on at the time of his decline, were well past their peak in popularity on YouTube, and therefore you could definitely make the argument that the first reason for Jelly's viewership decline was that people were simply getting bored of watching these games, which is
it's COVID being over, it's the Minecraft boom being over, and it's not that Minecraft isn't popular anymore, it still is, of course it is, but it's not as popular as it was, and it's just gone down from like that super hype high point where like you had Minecraft content creators getting like 200,000 views just going live randomly. It's just that that's not happening anymore.
Problems still faced by the gaming genre today. There haven't been any hugely popular game releases after Among Us in February 2021.
Hugely popular game release after Among Us. No, probably the closest thing was Lost Ark, and that was mainly on Twitch. That was like, wasn't really that big. Yeah, Elden Ring. I mean, yes, I would say Elden Ring, but not in terms of like viewer content. Yeah, maybe Elden Ring.
Which was basically the same month where Jelly's views began to decline. Therefore, the most popular games that Jelly can play are Roblox, Among Us, Minecraft, and GTA 5, all of which are years beyond their peak in popularity. Jelly has clearly noticed this problem himself, judging from one of his tweets reading, "Can GTA 6 just be released already?" with a possible motive for this being that Jelly is tired of playing the same old games on his channel. This might also provide an explanation for why Jelly's content has become a lot more repetitive and far less innovative. Back when his views were exploding in 2019, Jelly was pushing the absolute limits in terms of ideas, thumbnails, and titles, which, as mentioned previously, was aided by the abundance of different popular games. These days, however, it feels as though Jelly isn't pushing these boundaries in the same kind of way. The ideas, thumbnails, and titles feel almost identical to where they were 3 years ago, but they're now being applied to less popular games. Then there's the problem of the—
That is true. Yeah, definitely. I mean, people always want to see something new, and even if people are seeing something that they like, after a while they'll get bored of it. That's just how it is. Yeah, you always have to you always have to innovate.
Content itself, which in all honesty just doesn't feel like there's that much effort going into it. Sure, the editing on each video is fantastic, but they give off the vibe that Jelly's just played some random game for 30 minutes, sent the footage off to his editor, and taken the rest of the day off. I'm sure that this certainly isn't the case, but for some inexplicable reason, Jelly gives off the vibe that he isn't as committed to the content as he used to be, which is an
Bro, this game looks cool to play. Like, I'm gonna be honest, this looks fucking badass.
absolute necessity for
This
the
is
growth
Grand
of
Theft
a
Auto?
channel. It's no coincidence that a creator like Mr. Beast is constantly going out of his way to reiterate that he wants to be doing YouTube for at least another decade. He's signaling to the audience that he's in it for the long run, and he knows that as soon as you stop committing to your YouTube channel, the audience will as well. Meanwhile,
Well, it's also Mr. Beast spends so much time. Mr. Beast, his entire life is his YouTube channel. Like, this dude farms like fucking crazy. This is all he does. And it fucking pays off. You love to see it. But there it is. I mean, there's other people that they just, after they get their, they make enough money, they feel comfortable, they just kind of relax. And now, they work for 30 minutes a day. They still collect a 6-figure salary every single month. And they say, fuck it. Old Jimmy, yep.
He does the opposite to this by stating that he sees his own channel as being dead.
I'm not on this list. Where on this list do I belong? I'd consider myself pretty dead. Hey, I consider myself to be in the dead category as well, all right? I'll chill with you over there.
And to make things even harder for himself, Jelly makes it very obvious that he's distracted by unnecessary things from outside of his channel.
Like women. Unnecessary things like women. Bro, big mistake. Yep. Remember in the Odyssey? Odysseus had that happen. That's how old that story is. Yeah. Remember the Garden of Eden? Uh-huh. Never forget.
Now we're going to make a point that's somewhat similar to the one made in the Kwebbelkop video, being the foolishness behind sharing a luxury lifestyle to social media, although we're going to approach it from a slightly different angle, because I remember the last Sunny video because I watched the one on Kwebbelkop. I disagreed with that too, because it only is bad if it's contextualized around the content creator having like a parasocial relationship with their audience. Like, whenever Logan Paul said that Prime Energy sold 250 million, none of his viewers were like, well, I don't like him anymore. No, they were like, oh, hell yeah. If anything, it's worse in the case of Jelly, as he's so obviously distracted by ego-related purchases. In early 2021, during the same time period where his views began to decline rapidly, Jelly announced that he'd purchased a $10 million boat.
At the start of this summer, I actually ended up buying myself a nice boat.
In the very
Way better than that other guy's boat, okay? Like, let's go ahead, let's go back real quick.
boat.
At the start of this...
Like, that is a way better boat. See that right there, gentlemen? That's a fucking boat. That's a nice fucking boat. You see those chairs there? Like, it's got the like the splash windows. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is a real boat, okay?
This summer, I actually ended up buying myself a nice boat.
In the very same video, Jelly explains that he's also purchased a green Lamborghini Huracan
I also bought a Lamborghini.
to go with his
Totally should have made 2 different videos about this. Like, what are you doing? Bro, you could have farmed 2 videos. 1 Lamborghini video, 1 boat video. What are you doing? I don't understand this at all.
already existing Lamborghini Urus, and in September 2022, Jelly posts another video explaining that he's bought an abandoned mansion, which looked as though it needed a fair bit of work and a lot of time away from being committed to YouTube.
It's a bit of a mess. I didn't.
You probably buy one of these for like 3 mil. I mean, like, you could probably, because like there are a lot of these mansions that, and even lower than that. Yeah, this is only $3 million. I mean, like, and again, that we are contextualizing the only around him making like millions and millions of dollars, right?
Make the mess. Okay, I just bought it like this.
So why is this a problem?
Yeah,
I see so many business people get burned, and what they do is they start making some money, and then their lifestyle just creeps and it grows into this massive hungry beast that then
Wait, this isn't him. Is this him talking?
consumes them. And what you've got to be very careful with is you can't let the byproducts of your thing distract you from your thing.
This is a principle
just
that
another
someone
guy.
like Mr. Beast understands perfectly.
Yeah.
He's always voicing his disdain for
Well, that's because nobody really gives a fuck about what car you drive. They don't really care about what house you live in. It doesn't matter to them. Okay, so I have a new boat and this boat's really big. Okay, cool. So are you going to take the boat out and go deep sea fishing on stream and catch a shark? No? Okay, well then I don't care. Okay, so you're going to drive the car around on the stream and you're going to maybe make some videos with Lamborghini in it and like maybe see like people's reactions to Lamborghini and like talk to them and like do some funny shit with that? No? Okay, so we don't care about that. Okay, so the house. Wow, so you're going to have like crazy house parties and like, you know how like, you don't remember whenever Kai had like the Amp gaming house, where the fuck it was? And they were shooting bottle rockets at each other in the front, in the fucking living room? Bro, they were going ape shit in that house. And so whenever they announced that they were getting a house, everybody was like, yes, bro, they're gonna burn this shit down. And they did. It was fucking awesome, man. Remember the Bottega? Yeah, Izzy got a house. How'd that fucking go? Oh my God. That did not go well. Yeah, it was nuts. Like, remember the pool on fire? Yeah, that was so fucking funny to watch. I love that. We used to set off fireworks in my house, too. And so I watched them do it, and I was like, damn, this is what I always wanted to do. Always wanted to buy a house with the boys and just chill and do whatever the fuck, you know? And so you get to see that, and it's great to look at. But, like, if you go and you buy this big, expensive, great, massive house, and then you're like, okay, well, I'm going to record another video in my bedroom, and it's Minecraft again. It's like, well, what are you talking to us about the house for? Like, who cares? Like, why would anybody give a shit about that? Who cares?
Luxury, and anything that removes the focus from the growth of his channel. On the other end of the spectrum, you have someone like Jelly, who seems to be searching for distractions, and
yeah, Mr. Beast, I have never seen Mr. Beast talk about how much money he makes or brag about it or anything like that. Yeah, I'm sure he talks about it, right? But it's not like he makes this part of his identity. Mr. Beast ruined. Yeah. PewDiePie too. No, yeah, they never, like, I never hear about Markiplier, man, bro, I'm making so much money. No, he's just making another video. Okay, all right, yep, there it is. Just make another video. It's real simple.
Clearly having an impact on his ability to produce top quality content. For example, in July 2022, Jelly uploaded a video titled "This Isn't Working Out," in which he'd explained that after many years, he was no longer able to produce 2 videos per day, and was instead going to start releasing just one.
That's smart. I don't even think, I feel like, I don't even know if it's a good idea to make a video like that, because whenever you do that, then people lose interest in the channel because they feel like you're losing interest in the channel. I think you should just start doing it, and then that's, yeah, 2 a day is insane. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Like, that's fine.
Now, I am gonna quit posting 2 videos a day.
This was justified by Jelly stating that the quality of each video should increase.
Lowering the quantity should up the quality, at least.
That doesn't happen. Yeah, it never happens. I understand the goal, but if people, the thing is, like, people will perceive it not to be true, even if it is.
That's my goal. If I
ordering does 4 a day, well, let's look at how many videos I uploaded in the last 24 hours, okay? Let's see. Asmongold TV. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I also did a 1.5 hour podcast. So 5 new videos in 1 day. Where is it? So yeah, I release a lot, but I also stream.
Can spend more time on a video, that video will turn out better.
Although the quality didn't actually change much after posting this, meaning that Jelly was simply uploading half as often as before, with minimal change to the substance of the videos.
Exactly.
Then there was the collapse of the robust trio, but for the second time. We mentioned earlier that Quebblecop, who had close to 15 million subscribers, left the trio in 2019, but was instead replaced by Denmark's most subscribed YouTuber called Craner. Well, Craner continued to play with Jelly and Slogo for roughly 2 years. However, like Quebblecop, he also began to appear in fewer and fewer videos. In May of 2022, fans noticed that Jelly and Slogo had removed any mention.
Oh, bro, like, that is... Uh-oh.
Craner in their video descriptions, leading everybody to believe that Craner had been kicked from the trio. Well, 4 months later, Craner would take to his YouTube community tab to make the following announcement. Too many theories out there about why I'm not recording with the guys anymore, and I thought although I always like to keep private, why not just address it so people don't get the wrong idea. Jelly and Josh are great people and I wish them the best. Last year and also somewhat into 2022 was the toughest time I've gone through. I lost my dad, came out of a long relationship with my ex-wife around the same time too. As most of you know, this resulted in me not recording for weeks or a month at a time. The guys were very understanding and sweet. However, no drama happened. I didn't use them to garner attention then leave. And for people saying I just use them for views, wouldn't it make a lot more sense to stay recording with two of the biggest creators on the platform?
It would.
I think so. I wanted to change and I wanted to do my own thing for once. This post not only confirmed the end of the trio, which had
Yeah, I mean, like, that's a W for him. That sounds totally fine. You know, like, you break up, like, your ex-wife, like, you get divorced, or, like, whatever the fuck happened, like, you lose, like, one of your parents, like, yeah. That's the time that you sit down and you're like, never mind, I'm gonna do something different with my life.
made Jelly so successful in the first place,
sure.
but it also felt like the death of innovation and authenticity on Jelly's channel. The Robust Trio represented a time when Jelly seemed passionate about making videos, as is highlighted in old comments such as, "I enjoyed it more when they were actually having fun, instead of just acting for family friendly." However, while this comment represents the tragic decline of a much-loved content creator, it simultaneously shows just how much of an impact these three legends had on the content creation sphere and the lives of millions.
Yeah, I mean, I think that always sucks whenever people move and they stop, you know, making the same content that they used to, or people get bored of it, or they think that it's all fake, etc. I think the more that, especially this is true with like a younger audience, because they're like super like sensitive to this, is that any time that that you pull back the curtain and you talk about YouTube as a business, or like your real life or anything like that, I think it can put off a lot of really young viewers, because a lot of really young viewers are so naive, they actually think this is the way you really live. You know, like this is just, they're recording 10 minutes of their daily routine and it was just random. You know what I mean? Yeah, it shatters the illusion, exactly. Me too, puts me off. I mean, for some people it does, but I think it's better to make content that doesn't appeal to those kinds of people. Typical gamer's never done this, still like on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, he's still doing fine. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Watch the new Act Man. I'll probably watch that tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm going to watch it today. And being friendly, family is a death sentence, to be honest. To be honest, fans want to grow with you. And if you're still being PG, people outgrow you and move on to something else. Exactly. And then also, if you get older, sometimes you lose your audience in certain ways. And that's just the way it goes. Like, whenever you start making content for young kids, I do feel like that does have a, that has like there's like a, it is a time frame attached to it, right? There's an expiration date on that. And for a lot of people, that has been the case. Not all of them. Sometimes it's not the case. PewDiePie's a good example. Yeah, look at PewDiePie, right? He used to make content for younger people. Now he's making content for people that are about 10 years older, 10 years later. So yeah, I think that he did a great job with that. Expiration date, yeah, for sure. Now, if you attract a new audience, well, that's what I've done, right? Is like with a lot of my my streams. Like if you look at like what kind of content I've done over the years, I have massively changed the kind of content that I do many times. Like, I used to only do Warcraft guide videos. Then I used to only do Warcraft streams. Then I would do React streams all the time. Then after that, I would do like Dark Souls and like random video games. Then I started doing Final Fantasy. Then after that, I did Lost Ark. Then after that, there was the whole Johnny Depp thing. And then I just played whatever the fuck and did whatever the fuck. And that's pretty much where we're at now. Is I just go live and do whatever the fuck I want. And it goes pretty well no matter what. And it took a long time to get there. Yeah, I missed Dark Souls. Oh my god, those were the worst times. gonna watch a pretty interesting video. I saw this yesterday. I'm gonna go ahead and just pull it up here and watch it. This is a little bit of a situation here. Twitch TV has a massive problem. I'm curious to see what this is gonna be, man. The problem is Amarath? Yeah, I guess so. Let's start.
Twitch.tv, the most popular live streaming platform on the planet. The service has gone through many changes over the years, from the games only start to real life streams, just chatting, events, live shows, and of course everybody's favorites, ASMR, hot tubs, and gambling. It's safe to say that if you are in the market,
those are the top 3, man. That's what it's all about, man. Titties and slots.
Some entertainment, you can find just about anything on Twitch. Now, I've used Twitch since the very start, both as a viewer and a streamer. I love Twitch from both.
I actually saw my Twitch account was made in like 2010 or 2011. Like I don't know how I made a Twitch account that early.
Perspectives for what it allows me to do, to connect with other people who have a shared interest, whether that is sharing my interests and being social as a broadcaster, or just having another person there on my screen who I can relate to or be entertained by.
I like Twitch because I can just Twitch makes grinding in a video game not boring, because I can grind on something in a video game for like 4 hours, but I'm reading chat the whole time, so it doesn't matter.
Easy to see why people form bonds when they watch creators for hundreds or thousands of hours spanning across multiple years. Most of us appreciate having that person there that we've known for a long time that grows with us. Twitch is fantastic for what it does and what it provides. Unfortunately, this ability to connect with people has also turned Twitch into the stalker's paradise.
The fucking freaks, man. The crazy... that's my number 2? Yeah. XQC streams so much. It is fucking ridiculous, man. It is wild. I don't know. There are some people that just go live all of the time, man. It's nuts. 20 hours a day. Well, yeah, I mean, it's not really that much, but like, it's still a lot, man. I think for me, if I could get to that point, but there's like something mentally where I'm like not really there. Because I don't really get... It's like the more that I do it, the more it's okay to do it.
It's only gotten worse over time,
and
will probably get worse from here. And that isn't to say this is a new concept. It's not specific to Twitch.
TikTok teen star is a father fatally shot armed stalker at Florida home. Hey, my man. My motherfucking man. There you go. Bro, you bet your fucking ass, dude. Somebody busts into his goddamn house to fuck with his daughter. Bro, he just shoot their ass dead, man. That's the way it goes.
The platform, and I don't think they are to blame as a company, at least not always. This has happened, of course, to YouTube creators.
No, it's got nothing to do with Twitch. It's not Twitch's fault at all. I do think that Twitch could do a better job controlling people that are weird. Yeah, definitely, and like a little bit more like proactive protections and things like that. But they've actually done that too. I think they've been doing a much better job. But this is not something that's unique to Twitch. I think that Twitch is whenever it happens a lot more because there's 2 reasons. Number 1, because you're watching somebody for 8 hours a day. There are people that like, oh, well, you know, if they're watching me 8 hours a day, you're going to get a general idea of what the person is like, okay? Like, even in my opinion, I think Dr. Disrespect, if you go out drinking with Dr. Disrespect, I think Guy Beam turns into Dr. Disrespect at some point throughout the night of drinking. That's what I've always fucking thought. And so this is not just a completely different character. And yeah, 100%, right? And so for me, it's kind of the same thing. Like, yeah, I play things up for the stream, and yeah, it's not exactly how I act off stream, but it's effectively the same thing. So like, you have that happen a lot, and people think that they know you maybe a little bit better than they do, or maybe a little bit better than they should. And that's one big reason. And the other
text to celebrities in all industries. Twitch is
milking this. Okay, I'm gonna pull up your logs in Ms. Kiff's chat right now. Bro, what you're... bro. Oh my God.